Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and we're back on another Dream Island tour. Now, this is another one that I found just randomly off the internet. I just searched City Islands, and looking at it from the start, I mean, it's pretty like, there seems to be a lot going on. So I'm excited to see where this takes us. So we've got some presents, a safety helmet, a ladder. All right, let's get these. Alright, so we've got our glow stick and our safety hat. We're ready to kind of make our tour. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to have a look at the map so you can see where we're at. And this map is super complicated. You can see it's a Japanese island, so I'm really sorry. I do not know how to pronounce that. But the map looks incredible. The dream address is along the bottom there. And they've got some really, really cool islanders. So we've got Phoebe, we've got Octavian, we've got Blanche, we've got Jax, we've got a Wolfgang, so some cool islanders, but the map looks super complex and super complicated, and I'm super excited to kind of explore. So let's go and see. So first thing I do, I mean, whoa, look at this. There's so much stuff. I love that it's at night as well, like all the lamps and stuff. Just gives like that total vibe of like a proper old school like night market type thing. It looks incredible, but we're gonna head to the airport because I always like to start my dream tours, even though that it drops you off in the plaza, I like to start off at the airport because I think pretty much that's where most people have designed their islands from. And there's a lot going off. I love the use of all like bamboo, and I love this kind of like stone pathwork. I think this is really good and fits like the theme really well. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to go up here and see what's going on. Shut up. What the heck? Oh my, that is ridiculous. That is probably the best like kind of like forced perspective kind of landscape silhouettes that I've seen. Like I've seen loads with like server blocks and stuff, but this is cool how they've used like these like steel bathtub things to give the smoke and all the lighthouses, and what the heck, that is crazy. That is so good. Like, what a cool view. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. It's so good. So we're going to keep going along this way, see what's going on. The problem, the only problem, and this isn't a problem with the island specifically, it's more of a problem with the game, is when it's got this much stuff out, like the stuff kind of like pops in and out of view as you're walking kind of along, which can sometimes kind of like spoil it a little bit because you don't get the full effect until it's there and it's popped in. But like I said, that's not the fault of the island. It's the fault of the game, really. Shut up. Look at that, right? Ready? It literally looks like there's like a train coming down the train tracks. Can you see? Oh my lord. This is so cool. That is the most creative use of a kitchen unit I have ever seen. I cannot get over how cool this is. Like, if I kind of stand back here, that looks incredible. That is the best kind of like train that I've seen. I give up. Like, what version of Animal Crossings is this? Because this is not the version that I've got, and I would like to get this version. So if anybody can hook me up with this version of the game, that would be great, because I mean, this is absolute stir crazy. So good. Right, so we're going to go, I don't think we can go much further down. So we're going to go back kind of this way and see where else we can go. I mean, this island is just like so cool. Like, there's so much, like every kind of like little nook and cranny, there's so much to kind of look at and view. So we've got like an office kind of computer. Oh, it's like a, I don't know, they've got the pedal boards. They've got like a full on like workstation going on up here. So cool. Alright, so I'm going to head down. I'm going to carry on going across and see where we're at. whoa, they've used these beds so well. Like, look at they've used the beds and they've like kind of decorated the beds to give the colour of the like corrugated metal that they've used. So it kind of continues the theme along, which is really, really cool. Shut up. That is probably the best museum entrance I have ever seen. Like, and I'm a big lover of the fossils, but to see, like, I don't think I've been to an island that has got like a full rendition of like the terracotta army, and that is absolutely, guys, like, this is incredible. Like, I want this island. How do I get this island? That is insane. That is the coolest kind of island design. But that popped right up. I wasn't expecting that, like, just to pop up that quick there. But that was, yeah, that is cool. That is proper cool. I love how they've even managed to, like, coincide, like, the floor lighting. So it kind of light, you've got that up lighting on the terracotta army as well. It just looks proper cool. Oh, what, that proper sneaked up on us there. Proper, like, snuck up and... Now, where's this taking us? And we're like fully in the thick of it here. I mean, look, that is insane. Like, look at all the cool, like, the smoke from the chimney. Are they the chimney tops? Like the brick ovens, and then the steam from the steel bathtubs. They've used some of the double beds in there as well, the lighthouses, and this just is insane. This is like I said, the best, like, kind of landscape that I've seen in terms of industrial setup. It just goes on for ages. Look at this. I literally cannot get over how good this is. Like from every angle that you look at it, it's just got such a different kind of, it gives it such a different kind of viewpoint and style and effect, and it's just, I mean, the custom designs I've used as well on this island are really good. Like, they're all on like a really good, like, kind of collection of custom designs. They all go together really well, and they match really well with all these items, like the steel bathtubs and the jail bars. And all the different kind of items that they've used, it all really blends in really nicely, and it works like really well to give this really kind of grimy, industrial feel. It almost reminds me of like the kind of the big industrial strongholds up north where I live, like Sheffield and things like that. We have loads of like iron or steel works up here and things like that, and it's, you know, some parts of Sheffield are really kind of renowned for the steel works, and it's very much like very industrialized, and these are sorts of landscapes that you see. But yeah, it's cool. Whoa, what the heck? Look at this now. We've gone from like, oh, shut up. Like, this is like going from one level to the next. This is sick. Like, the way those floor lights light up the waterfalls, and then you've got the robot heroes in the background. And it goes on and on, like those server blocks are so good, like, to kind of give the impression of a city. Really, really good feel. But I just can't believe, like, for me, it's the level of detail. Oh, so that must be what they had. It's the projectors that they had as, like, the train lights, I think. But yeah, like, the level of detail, like, is just ridiculous. Like, I would not know where to start with kind of creating an island like this, especially when you have to create it like in such a clunky format. Is probably the best way to describe Animal Crossing's like terraforming and item placement on your island. It's so clunky. You've got to be stood in the right place. You're dragging it and pulling it around. It's not like when you play on The Sims and you can kind of like drag and drop it in like a builder view. So I think to be able to create something of this kind of level with that kind of interface is just, I mean, it just blows my mind how good it is. And look at all the little villager homes. They're all like hidden in little, like, you have to come down these little alleyways and you just sneak along and find kind of like the next next house as you go, which is again really, really cool to see. Like little like sneaky areas. You guys definitely need to kind of visit this island for yourself, because I feel like I'm going to miss so much off this island, just because, you know, you want to explore it, like all the little different sneaky areas. So you definitely need to come and see if there's any areas that I miss, because, I mean, I'm sure there will be. But even the beach is designed really well. Carry on this industrial kind of pathway along these areas here. But yeah, definitely, like, this is probably one of the best kind of city islands I've seen. There's Phoebe there just walking around. The campsite on the edge of town, looking a bit sketch. Full of rubbish bags and stuff, you know. Sounds about right. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Even, like, as far as, like, just having these random, like, toxic waste barrels and rubbish, like, kind of on the beach there, it definitely gives you that vibe of like a town that is totally like industrialized. And this is like a danger. But yeah, like, this is sick. This is so cool. Like, I just can't get over that viewpoint with all like the kind of smoke and the lights, and it just looks like, I don't know, it just looks so good. The only thing I can remember it reminds me of is when I go on the boat to Rotterdam port, and like when you're pulling into like the port of Rotterdam, that's really like industrialized as well, and it's got like all the ships and like kind of the different like tankers and stuff on the sides, and it just feels again really like industrialized, and I feel like this definitely gives me that vibe. But yeah, this is sick. Like, I mean, but then also I like how it's then kind of, this part is, even though it's still very much on the same vibe, it's also got that little bit more of a greener feel. It's a little bit more natural, a little bit more zen, and it very much tells a story of kind of like a city that's kind of almost starting to develop, and it's still got its kind of strong cultural background. It's got like strong cultural history or like cultural identity, but then it's obviously now expanding and growing with the times, and you get that really like, it almost gets overtaken by the industrial aspect. But yeah, I mean, this is so well done. Like the red zen fences, the red zen bridge. I love this kind of vibe and kind of all the night lights. Like I said, it feels like a bit more of a kind of old-fashioned vibe for the island. So I feel like this is the old town, the more like traditional, the older kind of area, and then the other side of the island is the more like newer, a lot more modern, you know, very industrialized, very developed. And I think it just kind of tells that story of two halves, if you like. But yeah, this is cool. A little pumpkin patch there outside the house. Whoa, look at that. It looks like the game corner out of Pokemon, like the original Pokemon games. I was gutted actually that they took the game corner out of Pokemon. Like, I know obviously it's the whole gambling situation and stuff with kids, but like, I honestly loved that aspect of it, and I was always in there. Like, I was probably one of the reasons they took it out, but like, I was always in there as a kid, like playing them Pokemon slot machines, like trying to get my Polygon or whatever it is that you had to try and win. Yeah, it was sick. But yeah, this is so cool. But it's so well done. Like, it actually feels like, you know, even though, like I said, it's got those very different areas in the island, it does flow extremely well, and it tells a very, very strong and very good, like, story of, like, the history of, like, this area and the culture and kind of olden times versus modern times. I mean, I don't know if that's the story that this island is trying to tell, but that's the vibe that I get. But I just love it. Like, look at this. It's all these like different heights and levels, and there's lights everywhere, and there's just almost too much to look at. And I really like that about this island. Like, you could just be exploring it for hours and just keep going round and find different things. But yeah, it's so cool. Whenever I'm doing an island tour like this, I try and just make sure like I've made it to the main kind of different areas on the like the shops and the museums, the secret beach and things like that. Because then I think if we've made it to all those areas, hopefully we've kind of covered the majority of what is out there. Secret beach is just pretty plain, but you know, there's nothing wrong with that when you've got an island that's this decorated. And then yeah, look at, just kind of continues this really modern vibe. We're back in kind of the modern half of the island now. But it's just all these like little, like almost like every time, like, you know, you're walking along a bridge and now we're kind of down one of the back alleyways and we're kind of like sneaking around all the rubbish and between the fences, and the next thing you know you kind of pop out somewhere else, and it's just like absolutely crazy, like the stuff that is going on this island. There's so much to it. So we're going to use our ladder and we're going to cheat and we're going to pop up here. This is something to think about though, if you ever want to publish your dream address, is definitely like, if you think it's going to help people to get around your island, definitely leave some tools out for people to kind of pick up. I mean, this is late. Like, I am so like, I just can't believe like how this, I mean, look at it guys, it's ridiculous how much work has gone into collecting them as well. Like, that is absolutely crazy. But yeah, this is sick guys. I literally cannot even comprehend how you create something this epic and this cool. And for me, it's this kind of view here that just kind of takes it, this really kind of strong industrial with all the smoke and the lights and the steam, and it looks almost like a power plant or something along those lines. That's like work, like I said, all the steel works or something like that. And it's just, yeah, crazy, absolute crazy. But I absolutely love this island. But I think we've pretty much covered the bulk of it. I would absolutely though guys love to know, what do you guys think of this island? Like, are you going to come visit it? Do you think it's incredible? I'm absolutely blown away by it, and to a point I'm pretty convinced this is like a separate version of Animal Crossings that I don't have access to, because there is just no way I could create something like this on this game. But yeah, let me know as always guys, and I will see you tomorrow back for another video. And don't forget to hit that subscribe and join our Discord if you haven't already, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye guys!